In this lecture, I'm going to teach you how to make a Facebook profile picture and cover photo for your Facebook page, for your business's Facebook page, or maybe for a group that you manage. So to start, I'm going to actually use the original Facebook promotion I created using Canva for Smart Cycle, and it looks like these elements here aren't fully loaded, so I'll reload the page so that they come in all the way. There we go. I'm going to use the Smart Cycle promotion that I made earlier as part of my new profile photo. Profile pictures on Facebook are automatically set to be square, so I'm just going to use this social media post here, and I'm going to use that to create my profile picture. Pretty easy. You can create it with whatever dimensions you want by using the custom dimensions tool, but I'm just going to use the simple social media square. Now, what I need to do is I need to click on the background here and figure out what exact color orange this is by its hex code, which I'll scroll down here, EC6433. If I copy that and then paste in a square here, let's do that. Drop it in, scale it to the appropriate size, and then we can change that to the appropriate color. There we go. Let's scroll down and paste in our color code. There we go. Let's take a look. Yep, looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at the font I used here for Smart Cycle. I used Yellowtail, and the size doesn't really matter because I'm going to actually change it here anyway. So let's create some text, and I'm going to make it a heading here. Let's change it to Yellowtail down at the bottom. And I'm going to make it as big as I can to take up the most of this image. So let's go with 120 and write out Smart Cycle. There we go. I'm going to center it. There we go. And I'm going to change it to white to match my formatting back here. Next, I need to go find this bicyclist in the icons. So I'm just going to search for bicycle. And if I remember correctly, it should be down here in these first results. There he is. Let's drop him in there. And I'm going to scale him up a little bit so that he takes up more of the photo. Okay, there he is. Let's move him backwards. Whoops, too far. Forward again. And I'm going to see exactly how much I lowered the transparency on this guy. Down to about there. So let's try to replicate that here. Oh, I can actually see the number. I didn't know that. 20. Great. So let's see. 20. And it's done. There's my simple profile photo for Facebook. It's simple, it's engaging, it's not over the top, it's not clunky. This will work for a Facebook image. Next, let's learn how to make a cover photo for the same Facebook profile. Let's scroll down to social media, and you see right here, Facebook cover is an option. Let's open up a new design. All right. So the nice thing about Canva is that it locks in this Facebook image here, so you know what to design around so that your profile image doesn't block anything that you do. Let's paste in this. It's very simple. I'm going to change the background here to match what we did before, and I'm going to also change these mountains here. So this brighter pink, I'm going to use the same orange, but I'm actually going to make it a bit brighter so it stands out. Maybe a bit deeper. There we go. For this, I'm going to make an even deeper orange by dragging it down. There we go. And I have a white and orange background. Super simple. But let's change this to say live sustainably. Because that's my company's slogan and our kind of our catchphrase. So let's move that up here. And I'm actually going to do something to make it extra cool. I'm going to add live sustainably with, because right below that is going to be our profile image that we just made. So it'll say live sustainably with Smart Cycle. The reason I do this is so that our cover photo and our profile photo work together and they complement each other. I don't really like how big of a space there is here, so I think I'm going to get rid of it and I'm going to scoot this down a little bit. Awesome. Live sustainably with Smart Cycle, which we know that this image will be right there. Live sustainably with Smart Cycle. Very cool. This is now ready for download. However, let's look at some of the other options that we could have chosen. Let's pick this one. Live sustainably. Now, it's not going to allow me to change the size based on the size of this box. It's not going to shrink down. So I'm actually going to have to modify it myself. I'm going to stretch it so that it fits, just like this. And I'm going to make it fit over here on the far side. There we go. Now, all I have to do is change this to be centered. And I'm going to change this one to be centered as well. There we go. And I'm going to make it centered in the middle of that shape, centered in the middle of this shape. There we go. Live sustainably. Now, I'm not crazy about how that looks, so I'm going to move this over to be oriented all the way to the right, as I will with this. And I'm going to try to make the ends of these match up so that it looks the same. There we go. Live sustainably. Let's drop these down so they're not too crazy and over the top. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful. Change the way you ride your bike today. Awesome. So that looks pretty good. However, I don't really like the yellow color here because it doesn't match with our profile image, which is that awesome orange color. So I'm going to change it. However, there are 3 images here that if I move out of the way, you can see are just hovering over a yellow background. So I'm going to try to search for bicycle. See if there is some free pictures that I can just drag in and use in the background here. It appears that these are all paid images, so maybe I can find something that's related to health or riding a bike. Granted, these are only the images on Canva. There's tons of free images on Pixabay that are great. I'm actually going to upload some images that I downloaded beforehand from Pixabay, which is of course that free graphic design resource website. While we're waiting for them to upload, I'm going to go ahead and change the background here to that orange color that we picked, which I think is this one. Let's double check. Yep, EC6433. Let's move those pictures back up into the center of the frame. And we can just start dragging these in one by one. There it is. There's 1. Here's 2. And all of these go with my biking theme, which I think really makes this effective. I don't necessarily like that this one is still in color. I want it to be in black and white. So I'm going to go to Filter and lower the saturation so that it becomes black and white, as I will do with this one and the other one too. Great, and great. It appears that when I edited one, they all 3 edited to be black and white. Live sustainably. Change the way you ride your bike today. Let's make that white so it really stands out, and looks like we're done. We have now created a Facebook cover photo that matches our theme for our social media profile picture. If we were to put these together, we would see that they look great and that they complement each other and work together.